Hey everyone, it's Jacqueline from Pixie Dust PhD, and we are interrupting our typical upload schedule to bring you some breaking Disney Vacation Club news. Effective yesterday, June 3rd, 2021, the direct point purchase minimum is now 150 points to be a full member. If you are not yet considered a full member and you wish to be, this means now you will have to buy 150 points directly through Disney in order to get that membership card. This full member card gets you access to incidental membership benefits. In the past, these have been things like discounts on food, hotels, and merchandise, access to the Disney Vacation Club member cruise. Sometimes there were very cool DVC member only after hours events. Typically, there were discounts on hard ticket events. For example, for the upcoming Boo Bash after hours party, full DVC members get $10 off their ticket. There are a handful of other incidental benefits that you'll get access to if you become a full member, as opposed to if you were to buy on the resale market, you would not be considered a full member. Currently, folks who buy on the resale market and do not meet this direct point minimum get their vacation points, so you get the primary purpose of the contract, in my opinion. You get your yearly allotment of vacation points to use at the Disney Vacation Club resorts. And even if you're purchasing resale, you can access Top of the World Lounge and do pool hopping. You just won't have access to most of these other benefits that DVC advertises. In my opinion, for the most part, they are minimal. The biggest member benefit I often see touted is a discount on the Gold Annual Pass. If you're considered a full DVC member, so from here on out, that means buying at least 150 points directly through Disney, then you do get access to these discounted gold annual passes. In the past, I believe they've been around $600 or so. That certainly is a lot of savings compared to if you are not a full member and you are out of state of Florida, just buying the general platinum pass is now over $1,000. I think it's around $1,200 actually. That being said, all of these extra benefits are incidental and can be taken away at any time. For example, if you became a full Disney Vacation Club member since the shutdown due to the pandemic and you did not have an annual pass before, they actually still have not reinstated DVC members being allowed to buy these discounted annual passes. All new annual pass sales for now are still suspended. The annual pass discount for full DVC members is genuinely a nice perk, but you also have to be aware of Mickey math. For me, thus far at least, I actually don't buy an annual pass, so while being a full DVC member would save me money on that annual pass, I would actually be spending money that I normally wouldn't. That's what I mean by Mickey math. Prior to yesterday, June 3rd, the direct point minimum to be considered a full member was 125 points, and this was instated in October 2020. Before this, the minimum had been 100 points since September 2019. In January of 2019, rather than a point minimum bump, DVC restricted access to newly built DVC resorts only to full members. Therefore, if you are not currently a full member and you purchased your contract on the resale market, you would not be able to use those resale vacation points to stay at newly built resorts, including the Riviera Resort. This was extremely unpopular but has not been rescinded. In my opinion, it will probably continue to be true for newly built resorts. That being said, you do have access to all of the original Disney Vacation Club resorts, which is all of them at Walt Disney World except for Riviera, the Grand Californian, Aulani, Hilton Head, and Vero Beach. You still have a lot of resorts to choose from. Back in 2018, the direct point minimum for full membership benefits was 75 points. This had been increased since April 2016 of just being a direct member. During this time frame, that meant you could buy a vast majority of your points on the resale market and then just a minimum point add-on directly through Disney, which at the time was 25 points. And prior to this change in 2016, there was hardly any difference between buying resale and direct. In March of 2011, newly obtained vacation points through the resale market were limited to basically DVC only. You couldn't use them on the Disney Cruise Line or Adventures by Disney, but that's really not a big deal for most folks. As you can see from this timeline and brief history, Disney Vacation Club has really ramped up their point minimum over the past handful of years. As per usual, I'd like to keep this video fairly factual, but I'll offer just a few opinions here. It's clear that they are trying to drive people away from the resale market and to buying directly from Disney. Of course, why not? That being said, I don't think this is the best way to go about it. It really feels like they're leading with a stick rather than a carrot. They're trying to punish folks for buying on the resale market rather than incentivizing folks who maybe would buy on the resale market to come buy directly through Disney. The incidental member benefits that they offer, in my opinion, really are not enough to justify buying such a huge amount of points directly from Disney. And remember, these membership benefit extras are incidental, meaning they can be taken away at any point in time, like we have seen with the pause of the annual pass sales to DVC members. Also, since the shutdown of the pandemic, we haven't seen any Moonlight Magic events. These events are those DVC only after hours parties, basically. I wouldn't argue that's a huge perk, but it is very nice, and I know that folks loved them a lot. And who knows if they will return? They don't have to. Disney Vacation Club doesn't have to offer really any meaningful membership benefits. At the end of the day, you're buying a contract that gets you a yearly allotment of vacation points for you to use at DVC resorts. The parks don't even have to be open, as we've seen. Definitely, for me, I think this drives even more people to the resale market. In my opinion, it feels like Disney Vacation Club is preying on that fear of missing out, but not really offering anything substantial, any real carrot for folks to come and buy directly through Disney. That being said, if you want to buy directly through Disney, that's totally up to you, no judgment on my end. I am absolutely pro saving money, so saving on that initial purchase price by buying through the resale market is right for me. But hey, if you have extra money to spend and you want to be a direct member, maybe you will make great use of all of these incidental benefits because you go down to the parks 4 or 5 times a year, then great, that's for you. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I suspect this won't be a popular change, but I've definitely been wrong in the past. And if you want to hear from me about breaking news prior to uploading on YouTube, give me a follow over on Twitter at PixieDustPhD. It's much easier and simpler for me to post a couple of tweets when big news comes out. You can also find me over on Instagram at PixieDustPhD, but I don't really use that as a news source. Thanks so much to everyone who did leave a like on this video, and if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can ring the bell icon to receive a notification whenever I upload new videos. This has not been the happiest news delivery from me for most of you, probably, but I hope the rest of your day does feel magical, and we'll see you real soon at PixieDustPhD.